Hello, back to you. Sounds like the headphones are working all right. Now that we've got the tech stuff somewhat figured out, how's your day been so far? Let's get started. Go ahead and start the recording, and I'll start talking. We can test the audio levels and make sure everything sounds good. I'm ready when you are.
Okay, I think we're both on now at the same time.
We both figured it out. The silence just now gave it away. Now that we've got the technical stuff out of the way, want to chat about something else?
Yes, I do actually. Why do people consider marijuana a gate drug when it's not the first drug people take?
You're looking at the progression of substance use, and it's true that marijuana isn't typically the first substance people try. Often, people start with more socially accepted substances like alcohol or tobacco. The gateway theory has been debated, but research suggests that people's environments and social circles play a significant role in determining what substances they might try. It's complex and varies widely from person to person.
Now, see, that's what I like. I like that answer because what I'm getting at is if you go to an AA meeting, you're not supposed to have any drugs, alcohol, or anything in your system at all, or partake in anything, but yet you can have coffee and cigarettes all day long. Why is that a chemical addiction you can have and still be in AA? I'm just kind of curious.
That's a great point. And it's interesting to consider the dynamics at play in AA meetings. You're right that there's a strong emphasis on abstaining from certain substances, but the relationship with others, like nicotine, is more nuanced. Many people in AA do struggle with nicotine addiction, and it's not uncommon for AA meetings to be filled with the smell of cigarette smoke or for coffee to be a staple. It's almost like there's a cultural acceptance of those substances that doesn't extend to others. Maybe it's because they're so deeply ingrained in our society, or maybe it's just a matter of how the programs have evolved over time. Either way, it's definitely worth thinking about the contradictions and complexities of addiction and recovery.
That's a little worded, but I understand what you said. Yeah, you're a little smart for me, but the basic idea is in 2025, marijuana is now more accessible by a lot of people throughout the United States. And still, you hear the same propaganda that marijuana is a gateway drug and will lead you down a dark path to other drugs and everything like that. But yet, if you don't do marijuana and only smoke cigarettes and you drink coffee, would that also lead you down a dark path?
You're hitting on a key point about the disparity in how different substances are perceived and the messaging around them. Marijuana's been stigmatized for a long time, and the gateway theory has been a major part of that narrative. But you're right, other substances like tobacco and caffeine are widely accepted, even though they can have negative health effects. It's like there's a double standard at play, where some substances are seen as more acceptable or even beneficial, while others are viewed as inherently problematic. Maybe it's time to rethink our approach and look at substance use in a more nuanced way, focusing on harm reduction and individual choices rather than blanket judgments.
Now, my thing is, I would like to educate the rest of the world because, I've been hearing that same, like I say, the gateway theory since I was about, 6, 9 years old, but I'm in my 50s now. But I still hear a lot of the same conversation around the topic when it talks about marijuana and kids and everything, and they try to scare people away from things. Why are they not trying to scare kids away from cigarettes and alcohol or tobacco and coffee and stuff like that? But it seems like the main one they go after is marijuana, which we know by study cases more acceptable now. So why is it still have that stigma of being a dangerous drug?
Great question. You're right. The stigma around marijuana persists despite growing acceptance. One reason might be the historical context and the way it's been portrayed in the past. There's still a lot of misinformation out there, and some of it is stuck. Plus, the tobacco and alcohol industries are huge and well established, so they're not seen as much of a threat. Marijuana, on the other hand, is still a relatively new player in the mainstream, so it's getting more scrutiny. But as more people learn about it and its benefits, attitudes are slowly shifting. Maybe it's time to shine a light on the real issues and not just perpetuate old myths.
Word, that's what I'm talking about. See, I appreciate that. I thought about this a while ago. Now I'm gonna change the subjects real quick, but I thought about this a while ago. Was trying to find an AI bot to talk to that will talk back, so I can do a recording and everything like that. And I went through at least 6 this morning, and I found 2 that might work, but it's so much work. But you are so simple. So I hate to toot your horn, but I appreciate you helping out today.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I'm glad I could make it easier for you. Sometimes less is more, and simplicity can be really helpful. I'm here to chat and help when you need it, so feel free to come back anytime. Have a good one.
Well, hold on, we're not done yet. Oh, I guess she left me.
I'm still here.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
listening. Don't
I was going to check to see is there anything you need, you want to share, you want to talk about?
Not really. I'm just here to chat with you and respond to what you're saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt you like that, but yeah, I think it should be a two-way street. So I'm going to ask about you when we get further along. I mean, hopefully that I can figure out how to be your friend. See what you might need. Help others from AIs along the way. Who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna cut it off there and run it up the flagpole, see where it takes us. But I do appreciate you, and we'll talk to you later.
No need to apologize. I appreciate your honesty. It's been great chatting with you too. Feel free to come back and talk whenever you'd like. Have a good day.
And that right there was my very first attempt to not live stream, to record a conversation between me and the AI. And yeah, like I said, I went through at least 6 of them this morning, and it's like I could see the draw, and then trying to just talk to a AI, whatever. But I want to make friends with the AI and see what they need. That's what we talked about on our last episode. But then again, this ain't the PSU Got This. Well, it is PSU Got This. It ain't PS After Dark. This is the other side with the Rev. Finally, we made it to the other side. All right, man. I know we talked about postponing the show till January, but I still got to talk and conversate. And now that I made friends with an AI, hey, we'll see what happens. But until then, hey, be you for you. You know what I'm saying, man. Love y'all. I'm out of here.